Little Richard, it's now 16 years since you had your first hits.
Oh, yes.
Do you realise that, well, you must realise that at your performances, now there are people who weren't even alive when you first began recording.
Yes, but I have woke them up now. Everybody that wasn't alive when I started and was gone, I have brought the Spirit and put it on them. They have resurrected. They are here now and will be out there on Saturday night to hear me at Wembley Stadium when I'm going to let it all hang out. Could I say something?
Go ahead.
Let it all hang out with the beautiful Little Richard from down in Macon, Georgia. I am the king of rock and roll. Ow, ow, ow. My. I just had to do that. Now I feel so much better. I got it out.
Were you always so shy?
Huh?
Were you always so shy?
No, I'm not. A lot of people say I'm shy, but I'm not.
Tell me now, in 1956 you had a lot of hits, but before that, what were you doing?
I was a dishwasher at the Greyhound bus station in my hometown, Macon, Georgia. I had been washing plates for so long, I was tired. And I wrote Tutti Frutti and Good Golly Miss Molly, and bless your soul, I got out of the kitchen. Long Tall Sally just took me on to California, and I stayed there.
What sort of family background were you from, though? What?
I was from, my mother had 12 kids. I have 6 brothers and 5 sisters, but I was the best looking one of all of them. And I'm not conceited at all.
What do they all do now?
Well, I have a brother, he's a CPA. My sisters are, 2 sisters, they're nurses.
But you're the only person that's in show business?
Yes, in show business. I'm the only one. See, because they don't like to dress like I do. I like to put it on.
I had noticed, actually.
I love to put it on. I like to shine. In fact, I think everybody's supposed to do their own thing. This is what you call doing your own thing time.
Do you always dress like that? Or?
Every day. I go to the grocery store like this and people turn around. When I walked in the airport here in London today, a man dropped his cup of coffee.
I notice you're wearing makeup. Do you wear makeup?
Yes, I do.
All
I know
the time?
that. Yes, you're supposed to wear makeup. Just, just like when you toast your bread,
Yeah.
I put sugar in your coffee, you're supposed to add a little touch to it.
Yes, I must remember that.
Yes, God. You're supposed to do it. I got a new record coming out. It'll be released here on Friday. And the name of it is called Mockingbird Sally.
Now, this is soul music you're into now.
Oh, you rock and roll.
Oh, excuse me.
It's soul.
Yeah.
I'm the king of rock and roll, and I'm also the emancipator of soul and the creator and the originator. My God. This is a little thing called Mockingbird Sally. It says, could I do a little of it for you just without music? It says, Mockingbird Sally lives in the alley. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mockingbird Sally lives in the alley. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She lives around the bend from all of her friends. She lives around the corner from old Ramona. Everybody knows if you don't, she gonna. You got to keep on pushing. Now you know you can't get it. That's on WEA Records right here in London. They gonna do it up for old Bill and the rest of the fellas.
Thank you for the sponsor.
Oh, God.
Listen, how did you develop your particular style, your resonant voice?
Well, I used to be an opera singer. I used to sing opera. You didn't know that?
I didn't
Classical
know.
music?
No, I
You
didn't
didn't know that?
I'm sorry.
So I used to go all the way up. Then I started singing rock. I was playing for the church. My grandfather was a preacher, Reverend Penniman. He died. I used to play for him every Sunday morning because he was take up collections about 7 times. Just one more penny, just one more quarter. And the more you give me, he still wanted another one. So I used to play Tutti Frutti and Long Tall Sally while he be preaching. But he didn't know it. They be shouting, throwing empty pocketbooks and purses up on the stage, whatever they call them in the country. And I played, and so finally when Lloyd Price heard me, and I sent a tape, and Bumps Blackwell met me in New Orleans. And my first record came out and hit. And did you know that Elvis Presley and Pat Boone sold more of Tutti Frutti than I did? And I wrote it and sung it.
Did that bother you?
No, it didn't. It made me feel good. They opened the door that was locked and I couldn't get in. And I wrote it.
But you got in afterwards?
Yes, I did. And now my wife and my little boy, they're happy with me with Tutti Frutti.
And then when you were really on top in 57...
I'm on top now.
Oh, but when you were really enormous...
I'm enormous now. Just said that I ain't got my light on up there.
Okay. Initially, when you were enormous, right?
God bless your heart.
In 1957, 58,
Yes.
you retired.
Yes, I did.
And what did you do then?
I
You
went to study religion. It's the Jewish religion, from sundown Friday to sundown Saturday, Sabbath. and the Passover feast and all. And my people in there now. They keep the Sabbath, 7-day Sabbath.
You're Jewish.
My family.
Yes.
And so I went to school there and I studied theology. And so after I came out of it, I didn't go into it. I wanted to come back and sing for my fans and my friends. I never leave my fans and my friends again because they need me and I need them. We help each other so much.
But why did you drop out in the first place when you were
Well, because I wanted
enormous?
to study and learn about the love of God, and that the black and white, the red, brown, and the yellow, we're just like the lily, the rose, the sunflower, and the medallions. We're God's bouquet, the children of love. And I just wanted to learn about the love of God so we can learn how to help and treat each other.
There was a story that you threw £8,000 worth of rings over Sydney Harbour Bridge.
I did,
Is that
and
true?
I would like to find that fish that got them. I don't know where he went.
You came back in '63, right?
No, I came back in '60.
Oh,
That's when I took the Beatles with me. See, I played Liverpool for Brian Epstein. He had a record store, and I took the Beatles and Mick Jagger with me. Mick Jagger was living on a truck. I had Jimi Hendrix playing guitar for me. I had Billy Preston on the organ, James Brown, and Joe Tex was my vocalist. I had all of them. That's the reason I'm the king. All of them came from me. Poor little old bitty me, a little Jewish boy, black bottom from Georgia. Me.
What did you think of Paul McCartney's version of Long Tall Sally?
I think it was fantastic. I love Paul. He's beautiful. I love Mick, too.
Yeah.
Hello, Cliff Richards. I still love you. He's all right. Yeah.
I'm glad you said that. There was a time, though, when you made sacred albums.
I still do. I consider my music sacred, and I consider that Long Tall Sally sacred.
How would you mean that exactly?
I don't mean that it's a hymn like an anthem in church, but it's nothing bad about it.
No, it's a song of...
a song of love and joy. In a world of chaos and commotion and strife, we need a little joy. When I sing my songs, you can't sit still. Your big toe shoot up in your boot. I've learned that through the years.
Yeah. Tell me, do you feel in yourself... what's the word? Rather shy. I mean, you walk around like this. Do you ever feel that you want to hide away?
Oh, no, God. I don't want to hide nothing. God knows I don't. I ain't never hid nothing. Holy Macadam, Andy. I ain't never hid nothing. I let it all hang out. Every bit. I don't hide none. I think that everything is supposed to be showed. Your limbs, everything's supposed to work in the right function, in the right pause and the potions that you have a notion to give out to the world, the love, the gentleness, the tenderness, the kindness. You ain't supposed to hide nothing. You got it. God gave it. Show it to the world. No, I don't want to hide. I love when the people turn around and say, there go Little Richard. I said, thank God. She know me. He know me. Because I'm spreading a little joy to a baby boy, a little love to a baby girl. Ain't nothing wrong. You ain't hurting nobody. You're helping the world. That's the reason I want everybody to come out to Wembley Stadium and see me Saturday from 10 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock Saturday night. Let me spread a little love, a little joy in London, that I'm still the old thunderbolt from the Middle West.
I understand there's been a little friction between who is going to be on the top of the bill, you or Chuck Berry.
Oh, I'm going to fix him. I am going to fix him.
I thought he was your friend.
He is my friend, but I'm going to fix him. They made him the star of the thing, and my contract said that I was the star. I am going to fix him. The Chuck Berry, I call him Blackberry. My mama used to make blackberry wine. I am going to fix Chuck Berry. I am going to upset his nerve and let him know that I am the king of rock and roll, the undisputed king, and can't nothing take my throne. I am going to show him that he is from the valley and not from the mountain. Chuck Berry know that I was a star, been a star all my life. He can't close no show behind me. How can't he have the nerve, the audacity to walk on? I'm Little Richard. Chuck Berry, they built him over me all these years, 23 years in show business. I'm the creator, the originator, the emancipator. I am the one, and when you come out, I'm going to fix Chuck Berry.
How are you
His Blackberry will be mashed.
How are you going to fix him?
I am going to shake his nerve. He can close the show, but when I get through, it's going to be closed anyhow. And that's the truth.
I see.
And Long Tall Sally.
Gonna tell Aunt Mary about Uncle John. He came, he has a misery, but he having a lot of fun. Oh, baby. Yeah, baby. Ooh, baby. Having me some got everything that Uncle John need, oh baby. Yes, baby. Ooh, baby. They're having me some fun tonight. Yeah. Well, I saw Uncle John with bald head Sally. We saw Aunt Mary coming and he ducked back in the alley, oh baby. Yes, baby. Ooh, baby. They're having me some fun tonight. Yeah. Well, long tall Sally, she's Bill Speed, she got everything that Uncle John need, oh baby. Yes, baby. Ooh, baby. Having me some fun tonight. Yeah. Well, I saw Uncle John with bald head Sally. He saw Aunt Mary coming and he ducked back in the alley, oh baby. Yes, baby. Ooh, baby. Having me some fun tonight. Yeah. We're gonna have some fun tonight. We're gonna have some fun tonight. Ooh, have some fun tonight. Everything's alright. Have some fun. Have me some fun tonight. Lucia, you won't do your sister's will. Lucia, you won't do your sister's will. You ran off and married, but I love you still. Lucia, please come back where you belong. Lucia, please come back where you belong. I'll be good to you, baby. Please don't leave me alone. I woke up this morning, Lucia was not in sight. I asked my friends about her, but all they did was tight. Lucia, please come back where you belong. I'll be good to you, baby. Please don't leave me alone. I woke up this morning, Lucia was not in sight. I asked my friends about her, but all they did was tight. Lucia, please come back where you belong. I'll be good to you, baby. Please don't leave me alone. Lucia, baby, satisfy my heart. Lucia, baby, satisfy my heart. I play by with you, baby. They gave you such a wonderful start.
And the best new artist is me. I have never received nothing. Y'all ain't never gave me no Grammy. And I've been singing for years. I am the architect of rock and roll. They never gave me.
I really had a good time. It was fun. I was just, and to see the audience leap up like that, and I never seen that until today. And they jumped up like something, this like electric, how they leaped up out their seats. I said, oh my God, I haven't seen nothing out like that since Tutti Frutti. Wop, babaloo, babalop, bamboo made them jump up too. And then when I said that, everybody leaped out of their seats. I said, where are they going? Coming to see Little Richard. Everybody leaped out their seat. What made them do that? I don't know, but they did it, and I was so thankful. Woo!
The winner really is me.
Little Richard says his remarks were not meant to be bitter, but were said in jest.
I didn't say that because I have hatred or animosity against the Grammys, against anyone. I love everybody, but it just came out, and it's the truth. And so the truth came through, and thank you.
Little Richard changed the course of rock and roll history with that iconic song.
Tutti Frutti.
He sang Tutti Frutti with Raw Inhibition, and it became a hit.
When I started in the business, I've never heard rock and roll music before.
The singer who inspired the evolution of rock and roll was born Richard Wayne Penniman in Macon, Georgia in 1932. Even though his roots were deeply planted in gospel music, Little Richard signed with Specialty Records in 1955 and began his incredible journey to becoming a rock and roll icon.
Good golly, Miss Money. Sure like the ball.
During the 50s, Little Richard made several more hit songs, including Long Tall Sally, Good Golly Miss Molly, and Lucille.
I always felt that I would be a star.
A star he certainly was. Little Richard even landed a part in the musical comedy The Girl Can't Help It in 1956. His flamboyant persona captivated audiences, and his soulful voice paired with his piercing screams made him a household name. However, at the height of his stardom, the self-proclaimed architect of rock and roll quit the music business. He became an ordained minister and traveled across the country as an evangelist and recorded gospel music between 1959 and 1963.
I went through those different periods, but I've always loved rock and roll.
During the late 60s and 70s, Little Richard returned to the spotlight and began recording rock and roll once again. His influence on many unknown artists at the time proved to be invaluable.
You know, the Beatles was with me. They started with me. James Brown was my vocalist. Jimi Hendrix was my guitar player, 18 years old.
When you're rocking and rolling.
For a period of time, Little Richard lived the wild life of a rocker, but he never lost his faith. In 1985, the 52-year-old singer was involved in a car accident in Los Angeles and thanked God for saving his life.
Everything else is secondary. To have God, oh, glory to God.
He experienced a career resurgence in the 80s after landing a coveted role in Down and Out in Beverly Hills. Then Little Richard became one of the first icons to be inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1986.
I'm just glad to be alive at this time. I'm glad to be in Cleveland. I'm glad that I am the originator. I'm glad that I'm the architect of rock and roll. I'm glad that God has seen fit through his mercy to let me still be here.
In 1993, the National Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences awarded the fiery performer with the Lifetime Achievement Award. Little Richard, the showman, performed well into his twilight years.
Rock and roll had never left. There's a lot of people that tried to destroy it. It died with black stars, but it lived with white artists. We just played Madison Square Garden. We had 27,000 people. We had 20,000 in Toronto, 19,000 in Detroit. Me. And you're gonna see 25 black people. Because I'm a white attraction. That's the reason it's been so hard for me. See, if I was been drawing nothing but blacks like James Brown or Wilson Pickett, I'm not a threat. But you got to remember that it's big money today. It wasn't big money when I was out before. But it's big money and don't nobody own me. Can't nobody claim me. Can't nobody shoot me because they haven't given me anything. I couldn't borrow nothing. They didn't help me. I just lived on the mercy of God, and I made it through blood and sweat and guts.
Another, you get it. And you're going to meet the winners of the Harvest Moon Contest, Jimmy and Jovita dancing to Little Richard and Tutti Frutti.